Hey, can we just take a second to appreciate how far women have come in the world of money? I mean, did you know that just 50 years ago, we couldn't even get a credit card without a man's signature? Yeah, that's right. 1974. Wild. Today, women control about $10 trillion in assets, and that's due to triple in the next decade. But here's the thing, that shift in financial power hasn't been easy. We have had to take control, and there are still barriers to break. So let's take a little history lesson, just how far we've come. Let's rewind just for a second and think about before 1848. Before 1848, women in most of the Western world couldn't own property, inherit wealth, or make financial decisions. Money wasn't theirs, and actually they were considered property of their husbands and their fathers. But here's a fun fact. Way back in Egypt, women actually had way more financial rights. They could own property, sign contracts, and actually pass down wealth. In a way, we're not just making progress, we are actually reclaiming our power. We're reclaiming something that we once had. Then came the real fight for financial independence. 1903, women started demanding equal pay. 1919, we won the right to vote, finally getting a say in economic policies. The 50s and the 60s, more women entered the workforce than ever before. 1974, boom, the Equal Opportunity Act meant we could apply for credit without a male co-signer. So yeah, let's give a shout out to Ellen E. McKinney, the first woman to ever get a credit card in her own name. Thanks for paving the way, Ellen. Now here's where things get really interesting. Women stopped just working for money and we started actually owning our own wealth. In 1988, women no longer needed a male relative to co-sign a business loan. 1999, Melody Hobson made history leading a publicly trading investment firm. 2023, women-owned businesses in the U.S. surpassed 12 million, generating 1.8 trillion to the economy. Let's be clear. When women build wealth, families become more stable, communities grow stronger, and the world literally changes. But hey, there's still one last glass ceiling to break. Full financial ownership. This is where I lean on Samara Bay's insight in Permission to Speak, where she reminds us that power isn't something that we wait for. It's something that we claim. It's the same in our personal lives, when we take a stage, or when we take to our financial landscape. We have to give ourselves permission to own the financial decisions that shape our future, to invest in ways that build long-term wealth, and break those outdated systems and create new paths for the women in front of us or behind us and right next to us. Here's the reality that women are not just participants in the financial world anymore. We're leaders, investors, and wealth builders. And here's the question, what's next? How do we keep pushing for financial equality? How do we make wealth building accessible to more women? And more importantly, to you, how do you step into your financial power? This isn't just about money. It's about rewriting history. To the women before us, thank you. To the women building wealth today, you are proof that anything is possible. And to the women of the future, we see you and we're paving the way. Here's what lights me up. Tell me what's one financial step that you're taking this year. Drop it into the comments below, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to keep this conversation going, because when women talk about money, we change the world. The future is female and financially independent. I'm Hananda, and I encourage you to invest in the life you love.